Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Straight Outta Boston here, aka the King of Boston. Today we're back for episode 26, I believe, of the Houston Astros series here on Another Park Baseball. Actually, it might be, no, yeah, it is 26. And today we're back for the beginning of the 2021 playoffs. Yes, we did make the playoffs. Once again, set the all-time record for wins. Another dominating season, really. We'll go to the standings here. Won the division by 34 games, clinched probably at the beginning of the month or something. I don't even remember when, but we won it, 34 games ahead. And yeah, it was just utter domination, just like the last couple of years, really. And, you know, once again, we beat out our win total. We set the league record for wins and win percentage and all that. We just played better than, or we were just a better team than we were last year. And that's, you know, I mean, I really thought we dominated, up until the end last year, winning the World Series, and the fact that I just thought we played better and things went better. I mean that is saying something. But other teams, the Twins make a return to the playoffs, so that'll be interesting to see. They were absent last season, but obviously this is a team that's given us trouble in the past. And if we did meet up with them, which it would be in the ALCS if a matchup were to happen, I think it would be a good one, just because they're the Twins and they're going to give us fits like they always do. Yankees and Red Sox, that would be a cool matchup. I don't think that can happen until the ALCS, though, because the Red Sox will take on the Mariners, the wild card game that will be played in Seattle. In the NL, we got the Phillies back in, the team we played in the World Series 2 years ago. Very good team once again, bounced back after a down year last year. We have the Pirates and the Reds. The Diamondbacks are a team that I talked to you guys about after we made a couple deals with them. They have been pretty good. Kyle Schwarber has become a pretty good catcher, 3.2 wins above replacement. They signed Mike Trout. They have John, that's not our John Singleton, no. But they do have good pitching too. Obviously, they traded away some of their good pitching to us, but they still have great pitching with Julio Teheran and Thomas Szapucki and Archie Bradley. So they also have, Justin Williams in the lineup. He had 26 dingers. They have a lot of power, it looks like. And Ryan Mountcastle had a good year. Not a great one, but he was fine. So they're going to be a dangerous team. And we'll see. I think they won their division, right? Dodgers had a really down year this year, surprisingly enough. But yeah, Diamondbacks did win their division. So anyway, all right. So we do have, I think, a couple accolades and stuff to get to here. I know a couple things popped up. I didn't really check all of them at the end of the year, but I think we'll go to this stuff. So that's just arbitrary stuff. So second straight year, Steven Strasburg gets the pitching triple crown. He was insane. 26 wins, obviously, got the pitching triple crown. 1.45 ERA. His FIP, I don't know what. I guess it's not going to show it here, but 11.5 wins above replacement, which somehow is not as much as last year. Despite maybe it's got to do something with innings pitched, I think. The WHIP is lower. Ks were down, but I mean still 250 Ks. I think we'll take that. BABIP was lower, but anyway, and then AL batting crown also went to Bubba Jones, so he, I guess, led in, okay, so he didn't get the triple crown, but yes, he did win the batting title, hitting .334, so that's pretty good. He has been a great addition to our team ever since we got him, and it looks like Johan Camargo got the triple crown in the NL, 41 homers, 127 RBI at .330. Yeah, he had a really good year. So we'll take a look at our team, how we ended up finishing off the year. So Sam Ferry was cold at one point, but appeared to actually heat it up at the end of the year, so that's good. And he was really good for us down the stretch. He gave us almost 2 wins in 60 games, so that's really good. High OBP, OPS, slugging was up. He had 18 homers with us. Wow, so that's really where he filled in nicely. So that's good to see. Hopefully he can. Man, I really hope he works out because we've had, like I said, a revolving door at catcher for a while now, and I would like to have some stability at that spot. Guanso Park was pretty good. I wouldn't say he was Guanso Park-esque. Well, I don't think he'll win Batter of the Year, but anytime you get almost a 900 OPS and 40 home runs out of a guy, you're going to be pretty happy with that. So I'm going to take that 10 times out of 10. And then Bubba Jones also. I mean, Park and Bubba Jones, probably the most feared 3-4 in, I don't know, recent baseball memory, quite frankly. They've both just so good. Jonathan VR had a pretty good year. It was a little bit streaky. His numbers were up and down, but he eventually settled into an 811 OPS and Solid defense and 4 wins above replacement, which we'll take out of him. Guerrero, I don't know. He only had 80 at-bats. His numbers aren't really that important. Small sample size as it is. Chris Bryant. I mean, this is what he is as a player now. He got hurt at one point, I believe, and missed some time. I'm surprised his WAR was so down. I don't know if that maybe his defense, because his other numbers were pretty similar. He struck out less. Obviously, his OPS is a little bit down, but it's a big gap in WAR. Carlos Correa had a phenomenal year. 8 wins. I'd say Ivan Alcantara. Well, I'm not gonna, because Strasburg I think was our MVP, but offensively it was Correa. It had to be Correa or Alatorre. Ooh, I did not even see this, but George Springer is hurt. That's not good. Oh, I didn't even see that. Oh, okay, that's not good. Well, Springer had a good second half and got his OPS up to 800. Positive WAR. Actually, probably, yeah, he had a better year than he did last year, and still he had 25 homers. So, I guess he does like to get off the slow starts, but he picks it up in the second half and ended up with a good final slash line. Antonio Luna is going to be on the postseason roster. I'm choosing him as our speed off the bench guy. Although if Springer is hurt, I might put Luna in the starting lineup. I'm not sure. Try him out in center field or something. But yeah, he's incredibly fast. He didn't have a great year, but I mean, he was sort of up and down all year between majors and AAA, so it's hard to blame him. Harper had a really good year, 5 wins. Yeah, take that out of him. And Ivan Alatorre might have been our offensive MVP. He, along with Correa, had 8 wins above replacement. He had 48 home runs, hit almost 300. He's never going to be a high walk guy. And I am surprised by his home run power. But yeah, I mean, he's been pretty consistent for us. He sort of gives us that high power. He had a better year than he did last year, which is good. So, yeah, that's that. Pitching-wise, we can go to pitching stats. Strasburg obviously was phenomenal. Wacha had some slippage at the end of the year. You can see he had 3 straight losses. Did get 20 wins, and overall had a fine year. So hopefully he can turn it around in the playoffs and get hot again. Jake Godfrey and Yohander Quintana both took steps forward this year into just becoming better pitchers, sort of what we traded for. Last year they both were sort of okay, but this year they were just both much better, and overall it was a big, I think that was one of the reasons why our team was so much better this year. And Jose Calderon had 14 really good starts for us, 2.98 ERA, really stabilized the back part of that rotation. I never had to start Kyle Serrano, who is actually not going to be on the postseason roster. I'm leaving Serrano off so I can get I believe my extra bat. I think, yeah, actually my extra bat was Antonio Luna. But I'm not sure if Springer is out, what we'll do. But yeah, so Calderon, we're going to move to the bullpen. I like him over Serrano anyway, just because he gives us a lefty. And he was really good for us. I mean, like, I have so much confidence in him going forward. So that's that. And we'll go to the postseason roster. Yeah, I'm really concerned about the Springer thing. I didn't know he was hurt. So hopefully it's not for long, but usually it's not good when they get the red on them and the diagnosis is pending. It's usually sort of a multi-week thing. And Jonathan Villar missed like 6 weeks at the end, but he's back and healthy, so he'll be ready. We'll even have to put him in the starting lineup here in a moment. But yeah, so playoff roster, I guess for now, I think we only have 25 guys eligible for the postseason roster, so it's just going to be those 25. For now, we'll assume Springer's healthy, but obviously that could change. So we're going to have to put a VR back in here and insert him back in the top of the lineup, and then do the same thing here. And yeah, this is the lineup we're going to roll with. We moved Alatorre up to 5th because he was having such a good year. And then Ferry was playing well enough for me to keep him in that 6th spot because I wouldn't want to have 3 righties here. I think that would be, I don't like going righty-lefty too much, and I probably should switch Springer and Bryant, but I'm sort of, I don't know if it's such a good thing to have so many strikeouts at the bottom part of the lineup, but at the same time, I also sort of feel like, well, maybe if you're going to strike out so much, maybe it should be at the bottom part of the lineup, and it's less likely that guys are on base anyway, so I don't know, but we'll simulate ahead here, see what we play, and yeah, we get Springer's diagnosis, back spasms, out for 5 weeks. So that's his postseason pretty much, and I think that's the 2nd straight postseason he's gotten hurt. Or maybe it was the 2019 run, but once again, Springer goes down. That stinks. I wouldn't say it's a huge blow, but he's a pretty good player. So we'll place him on the DL. That'll get him off the. That means we can bring someone up to the postseason roster. I'm not sure who it's going to be though. We did sort of trade off some of our better bench pieces at the deadline in a couple of those big trades you made. It could be so. Cruz is already there. I'm pretty sure. In fact, can we double check that? Yep. So it should be an outfielder. Yeah, why is John Garcia is there, isn't he? Yeah. Yeah, maybe Jorge Bonifacio, maybe Trey White, honestly. He's not good defensively though. He's really bad. You're right, I should not do that actually. He really didn't even play in AAA. I mean, I think what I'm going to do is start Luna. In which case, maybe I should have White be my runner off the bench. I think that's what I'll do, actually. Because I mean, maybe Santana. Did he have a good year in AAA? And yeah, he did. Wasn't a ton of time, but... I think we're going to go with White and then have Luna start. And we have John Garcia as our guy off the bench. So we'll do that, I guess. I don't know how strongly I feel about this, but we're going to move Luna into center. We'll have him bat ninth. And I know he can't play center, but I would be willing to try him out in the outfield too, because long term, I'm not sure. I mean, this team is sort of gravitating towards less strikeouts, more consistent and sort of all-around offensive skill than just home run and strikeouts, which we sort of were for a while. And Springer is still one of those guys, and he has sort of been not great the last couple of years, and his contract's at a high total, so he's a guy that I could see maybe being moved. I also could see, I mean, VR and Correa both get hurt a lot, and VR is not that good anymore, and I could see Luna fitting in there. But I think I'm sort of trying to train him in center field so that maybe he gets a center field rating and maybe it's not too bad. So yeah, I've sort of been doing that for a little bit now, and would like to see how that works out. And so that's why I feel good about playing him in center field for the postseason. And no, it's not like we just can't have his bat not in the lineup. We can't have Trey White's bat in the lineup or anything like that. So that's really what it comes down to. So we want Luna here and then Trey White. Alright, and that's setting up our roster. Strasburg's going to go in game 1. No doubt about that. We'll see who we play. And it's going to be the Boston Red Sox. Alright, so we'll take a look at their team. And I sort of did take a look at them earlier because I saw they were going to make the playoffs. And I was wondering, hey, maybe I wonder how many actual Red Sox they have on the team. And it's not many. One name you'll probably notice jump out at you is Garrett Richards, who... He made some starts this year, mainly came out of the bullpen, wasn't good. Obviously, former Astro, if you've been following the series for a while now. They do have Blake Swihart, and I think they have Garen Cicchini, but maybe he's hurt. I guess not. They do have Manuel Margot, who's one of their top prospects. He's like in single A right now in real life. But other than that, I mean, it's... I thought Daniel Watts was a starter for them. He was. They moved him to the bullpen. It's weird. But yeah, it looks like their pitching isn't that strong. Their offense is pretty decent. I thought they had more power than this. I guess that was another team I was looking at. But yeah, their team is okay. They won 86 games. If you go by overall, it's not a great team. I mean, definitely one we should beat. But obviously, we've been sort of pushed to the edge in each of our World Series victory. I mean, we've been down in both ALCSs, and we even got down 2-0 in the ALDS last year. Like, I am not putting it past anyone at this point. They do have Colin Moran, he's a good player, Anthony Molina. Moran's on the Marlins farm system in real life. Yeah, he's a really good player. So, yeah, they're a good team. Not a great one, I would say, and one that we should beat. But, hey, it's the postseason, and a 5-game sample size, anything can happen. So, all right, we'll get right into it. Game 1 of the ALDS is coming up, and it'll be Steven Strasburg versus Anthony Molina. Yeah, you look at their lineup, I mean, our pitching should be able to have, for the most part, its way. Colin Moran has decent numbers off of Strasburg in a pretty big sample size, 289. That's not bad. And I guess they beat I forget who are. Oh, the Mariners in the wild card game. But all right, so Strasburg on the hill for game 1, and Boston gets 2 runs off him in the first. Jesus. Ooh, all right, so we get 3 on Molina in the third, so we take the lead 3-2. Ooh, they tie it up, but we take the lead back once again, so now 4-3. Strasburg sort of settling, and now he's at 88 pitches. So our bullpen's been pretty solid all year. I guess that's the one part we didn't really take a look at here, but yeah, Chapman has been a shutdown closer. He had 2 blown saves at the end of the no, he didn't. I was thinking of my other OOTP save, but yeah, he was like dominant all year long. 41 saves. I think that was maybe the MLB lead. I don't remember, but ERA was great. Only blew 2 or 3. Sheldon's numbers aren't great, but he was pretty good for us. And actually, I don't want to get Chapman up. I want to get Nick Kennedy. Kennedy and Sheldon both don't have great numbers, but they were pretty good for us for most of the year, and I have faith in them. They never really once thought about taking them out as the 7th and 8th inning guys. So, all right, Strasburg's at 88 pitches. We're gonna let him go this inning. All right, now he's at 101. We got 2 more in the 7th. So we're gonna go to our guys here. I do feel better about Sheldon and Nick Kennedy personally. So I do try to get my starters to go through that 7th most of the time, but either way. Alright, so Sheldon gives us the 8th, and now we're going to use Chapman even though it's a 4-run lead, because it's the postseason. Alright, he gives up a run, but we get the win. We take game 1, 7-4, so good victory there. Now we'll have Waka on the hill for game 2. Glad that our pitching is all aligned. Obviously, that's one of the big advantages to not having to play that wildcard game is that you can align your pitching as so, but it's going to be Walker versus Riley Thompson, who's highly rated but didn't have a great year. Young guy, though. What's the scouting report on him? Throws 94-96, ground ball pitcher, good slider. Looks like a bullpen arm to me. Well, he has good stuff and control, which is a good combination for a starter, but doesn't appear to have great, multiple pitches. So, anyway, we'll see. And once again, Boston jumping out to an early lead, just as they did in game 1. No answer yet from the Astros as Riley Thompson pitching well, but he gives up a run in the 4th. Now another one for the Red Sox. Walk at 89 pitches. We'll let him go the 7th, so he's going to be taken out now. 7 innings, 3 runs. Would like a little more out of him, but yeah, you get what you get. So we'll warm up Nick Kennedy and Doug Shelton and try not to use Chapman if we don't have to. Oh, there we go. We get 2 in the bottom of the 7th, so that's big. All right, so now we're probably going to use Chapman, but we'll do Shelton here. Chapman, I do realize doesn't have great stamina, and he often can't pitch like 3 days in a row or something like that. Is he? He's not fragile, is he? He never gets hurt, no. But so I try not to use him in games where we're sort of behind by 1 or whatever. But obviously now it's tied. Got to pull out our best guys. So Sheldon pitches a scoreless 8th. We jump out in the bottom of the 8th to a 5-3 lead. Now it'll be Chapman here in the 9th. And he gets the job done. So we take a commanding 2-0 series lead. Headed back to Boston and Fenway Park for game 3. We will have, I think... Actually, I didn't even think about this part. Do we want... Nah, I think we want... Well, I don't know. Who was better? They were pretty equal for most of the year. 194 Ks, only 58 walks, whip of 110, 212 Ks, 58 walks, 107 whip. His WAR was lower, but I don't know. I mean, I don't care about the win-loss record. Although Quintana's win-loss was ridiculous this year at 18-3 for a 4th starter. But anyway, just like the 70? Or no, it was the 69 Orioles who had the 420 game winners. Was it that team? I think so. It was one of the Orioles teams. I think it was 69. But yeah, I guess we'll go. Well, I just feel like Quintana's better, honestly. They're really equals though. I don't know. We'll go. I'm gonna do what my no, don't do that. I'm gonna do what my gut tells me and go with Quintana here in game 3. Although the other one will likely pitch game 4 because at worst case we're up 2-1, and I like to save Strasburg in that type of situation. So here we go, game 3 in Fenway. No early lead for the Sox yet, at least. There you go, 1-0. Still 1-0. They have 8 hits off Quintana already. We get one back. Quintana's at 72 pitches. He'll likely throw the 6th here at least, but just in case, we'll get Kennedy and Shelton up. And I'm glad that it worked out that Kennedy and Shelton became our 7th and 8th inning guys, because obviously we made big trades for them in the offseason. There was pretty big moves. I mean, we gave up good prospects for those guys. So anyway, nothing going in the 6th so far. Quintana gets through it. He's at 98 pitches. We should pull him. We'll go Kennedy here. Hasn't pitched in the postseason yet. Good regular season, though. Ooh, okay. Gives up a run in the 7th. But we answer back in the 8th with the run of our own. So we'll get Sheldon up now. And then Chapman. Oh. Sheldon gets through the 8th. Now we'll go batter by batter. It's Daniel Watts to face the bottom of the lineup here. Watts was a starter for the most part this season, but now is the closer in the postseason. Weird managing there. Harper's got a base hit down the line. He's going for 2, and he's got a leadoff double. So now Chris Bryant up. I think we'll swing away here. Yeah. Bryant's got pop. He's unlikely to make contact, though, if it doesn't hit a homer. Oh, they walk Bryant. All right. So now Antonio Luna. Now with Luna up, I might bunt because we got top of the order coming up next. Yeah, we'll bunt here. Trying to play for 1 run. And Luna's not that great of a hitter. He's also fast. Could beat it out. Doubt it. Fires to the shortstop who covers 3rd. Oh, and they got Harper. Wow, alright. So that's not good. So now it's just 1st and 2nd with 1 out. I'm not a big fan of bunting usually, but when playing for 1 run, I'm usually okay with it. 2-2 to VR. Called strike 3, so now 2 down for Carlos Correa. We could blow this opportunity. Correa is 0 for 4 today. Swing and a miss, and wow, Daniel Watts works his way out of it. Alright, so we're going to head to the bottom of the 9th. Score still tied at 2, and it'll be Kevin Chapman on the mound. We'll get Aldo Silva up. He was another good reliever for us this year. I've been using Schimpf less and less these days. He didn't have a great year. And we'll certainly go to Silva, and then maybe, I'm not sure after that. But all right, 9th inning, Chapman on the hill, 2-3-4 coming up for the Red Sox. Backs against the wall trying to save their season. Chapman, did he lead? He was 2nd in the ML in saves, the major leagues. So Tyler Bowen's over 4. Slapped hard on the ground. VR's got it, and make that 0 for 5. First out in the inning. Now Colin Moran coming up. He's 1 for 4 today with the double. Popped high up in the air. Foul territory, left side, Sam Ferry. He's got a 2-away. CJ Cron up now. Chapman only had 6 pitches this inning. Cron swings, driven hard to the gap and deep right. It's off the wall. Cron heading for 2. And he's in there standing up, so it's a double now with 2 away. That'll bring up Sierra. 1 for 4 so far today. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed strike 3. And Chapman is out of it. Alright, so we'll head to the top of the 10th now. Score still tied at 2. Bubba Jones will lead it off for the Astros. 3-4-5 coming up. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Daniel Watts. Guanso Park now, who's 2 for 4 today. Grounded hard. Back up the middle and it gets through to center field. That's a 1-out single. That'll bring up Ivan Alatorre, hitting .545 this series. He's 1 for 3 today. Now the pitch swung on. Hard hit ground ball. Back up the middle. Bowen. Throw to first and he's out, but Park does go to second. So a man on second now, a 2-way for Sam Ferry. He's got 2 homers this series at 11 on the year. Swing and miss, strike 3. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 10th now, still 2-2. And Chapman's at 13 pitches. We'll leave him in. See if he can get through another inning maybe. Best base swings, pop fly. Luna, he's got it. 1 up, 1 down. Now Eric Jenkins up. 18 pitches for Chapman. 3-2 is the count. Winds it, fires, loses in ball 4. Now 24 pitches. We'll be aware here. Cale Brockmeyer will be a pinch hitter. Brockmeyer, I don't know how you pronounce that. Fly ball deep left. And it's out of here. A 2-run home run. It's a walk-off for the Red Sox, and they stay alive. That one goes over the Green Monster. Chapman he doesn't blow the save, but he gets the loss. And the Red Sox fight another day. It'll be Jake Godfrey in Game 4. Curious who. Yeah, okay. And then the FIP stat intrigues me. Alright, so it'll be Game 4 once again in Fenway. Jake Godfrey versus They're bringing back Molina on 3 days rest. And we'll see if we can try to close it out again. Anthony Molina versus Jake Godfrey in Game 4. Alright, Houston jumps out in front. Still 1-0 through 4. Ooh, a 3 spot in the 5th. That's big. So 4-0 now. Ooh, another 3 and it's 7-0. And now Strasburg is in. Why is Strasburg pitching? Oh, did he start? I meant to start Godfrey. Unless Godfrey got hurt. I don't know why Godfrey isn't pitching. What the hell? Pitch you. I don't want Strasburg being wasted here. At least Godfrey's likely to give us the rest of this game. And, yep, 11-0 is the final. I don't know why Strasburg pitched there. I didn't want him to. But I guess whatever. I mean, I hope he can pitch game 1 of the ALCS now. But either way, we win. We win the ALDS. And I'm going to include, well, should I include the ALCS? How much? Alright, I'm not going to include the ALCS in this video. I'm sorry. I know, you guys probably want it, but this video has already been 20-something minutes. So that'll be in the next video, which I'll try to put out the same day I put out this one, at least. If not, then it'll be tomorrow. And that's going to do it for episode 26. We move on to the ALCS for like the 5th or this is like the 6th or 7th straight year we made the ALCS. Let's see how we're going to play. We'll do playoff coverage. And it's going to be the Twins, of course. The Twins are back. They beat the Yankees 3-0. Other series 2-2. Let's see how they shape out here. Nothing yet. And Philadelphia and Arizona. So, alright, that's going to be good either way, because Philadelphia, a team we played a couple years ago. We made big trades with both of those teams. So some good intriguing teams left, and I think it's going to be fun. I think we'll have, if not full rest, we'll have Strasburg on 3 days rest, which he only threw 50 pitches, so he should be fine. If we go to schedule here, yeah, so that's 3 days rest. I think he should be good to go though for game 1. If not, I don't mind throwing Walker in game 1 and then Strasburg in game 2. It's not a big deal. So that's going to do it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you did enjoy. It doesn't matter. Peace.